Hampton Roads. Welcome to Cox's Open Mic, where each week we bring you some of the best live entertainment in the areas of comedy, poetry, music, sometimes even magic. Tonight we're here at the venue on 35th in Norfolk. If you guys don't know about this venue, it's a great place to come on a Monday night, check out some of the area's best talent, musicians, poetry, stand-up comedians, sometimes even magicians. Guys, we're gonna have a great time tonight.
Baby, there's no need to tell you. As far as I can get everything here for you. And you don't have to worry at all. I'll sacrifice my time. I'll make sure you're satisfied. Cause there's no harding to the joy I'll bring. Wanna give you all my love, loving you. It's all I wanna do every day and every minute, every hour, baby. Don't you let no more love without a mad loving you. All I wanna do in every hour, baby. Don't you let no more love without a baby. I've been needing your love. 'Cause you got that touch that I need so much, and I'm about to explode. Oh, really, completely, everything you wanna be. Good love down to the last drop, and I'm not going that's all I do. And every hour, babe, don't you let no more love without a man. Loving you, all I wanna do. And every hour, baby, love without loving you is all I wanna do. Loving you is all I wanna do. All I wanna do. Loving you every day. Oh, love. The first time we met, ooh, you can bet my heart stopped. I think I just died for a sec. Give me your memento while I get myself together. Make that dose plotting us together. I scope you from your head to your toes. Thought about licking from your head to your toes. Won't lie, cross my mind. You without your clothes. Sorry, that's the perv in me. Sexy, disturbing me. Let me push your whip. Better yet, you drive. Take a swerve with me. Let your hands feel the curves with me. Remember how my body felt fitting tight. Type of six-pack, drinking how your mind getting right. Stamina forever. Ride out all night. Make you sweat out of spite. Watch it drip from your lips. Squeeze me right. Drip, drop, faucet wet. Down to your toes. Voice falsetto.
Well, let's meet our host for the evening. George Mendez here has been hosting the open mic on Monday nights for about a year now. Is that right, George?
Yeah, a little bit over a year, since about March of 2012.
Okay.
Kind of came into it by accident. I was asked to back up host for a while first, and then eventually just became the permanent host. And I couldn't imagine myself not doing it anymore.
So what's it been like to bring on all these different acts for the whole year?
It's quite an experience.
Yeah.
It's quite an experience. Not because it's the one I host, but even before I became the host, I felt it was the best open mic out here. There's just a different energy in this room. There's a lot of love and every type of art form you can imagine, from poetry to comedy, a magician, musicians, you name it, it comes to the stage, and it's an open door for everyone to just do and be themselves and express themselves any way they feel fit.
And you're also a poet, a performing artist yourself?
I'm a performing artist myself. I'm a spoken word poet. I'm also an MC.
Okay.
Do a little bit of other things too here and there. I just try to keep my hands in a little bit of everything.
So what's it like for you to perform here?
It's liberating. It's liberating. It's the first place that I chose to perform my poetry. It's a life-changing kind of place. It's a life-changing kind of place. I almost get a little choked up talking about it. This place quite literally saved my life at one point. Without getting too much into it, I was in a pretty dark and heavy place, and this place pulled me out of it. And a lot of people that come here have similar stories. It's just a place where people have been able to just release things that perhaps have been holding them back. Whatever those things happen to be, through their art forms, there are people that come week after week that are not even performers just to feel that energy. It's a very nurturing and supportive environment.
When I met you, it wasn't like I met you. It was more like I remembered. The delicate harmonies of your voice and subtle cadence of your speech transported me to a long-lost, distant memory, perhaps even from a previous life, of someone that I loved already. You reminded me of things I didn't know I had forgotten. Things that up until this moment, I would have sworn were impossible, but you've got me questioning everything. Everything. And I'm learning. I'm learning that under the right conditions, I can fly. I can move through walls. I can push my pen across the surface of the page with my mind and write things that I hope amuse my muse. Things like, you're every color's favorite hue. You're an autumn mountain's view. A crossword puzzle clue, a wind chime's favorite tune. You're a brand new pair of shoes. I mean, I want to walk with you. I want to write poems on every mirror in your house, so when you look into them, you see what I see. I want to be the fountain to your smile. I want to tap your sense of humor so I can drink your laughter from a cup and get drunk on your silly. Let me get inebriated on your most intimate ideas. Not enough for me to exist as a part of your life. I need to participate in your existence. Because every morning, I wake up with your song on my lips and your name on my pillowcase. You're in the fibers of every muscle I stretch, arms extended, reaching out for you. You're my first sip of coffee. You make me alert. My mind's breakfast, nourishment for good mornings, and I can't think of any better way to start my day. Last night, I had a dream that I was chasing you through the empty hallways of an old hotel, listening for your giggles around corners as I navigated the corridors, following the trail of love letters that fell out of your pockets, and when I caught you, you handed me a notebook of blank pages and ran off again, leaving me counting backwards from 10, singing "Catch Me If You Can." So I set my snares and baited my hooks within its pages, poetry poised, ready to pounce on you, but words just don't seem worthy of you these days. So I leave treasures mounted to walls that only you would think to hunt for. Only you could know their value. Verbal trinkets for you to add to your collection. Vintage memories we haven't yet created, and somehow the shoebox that we keep them in is already overflowing. It's taking both of us to force the lid down, and even that's barely working. Every phone call is another love note on a napkin. Every message is a ticket stub to a movie we haven't seen. Every spoken word falls perfectly into place, building something we have no definition for. Something so beautiful, neither of us understand it. But like a flower that blooms in the shade, the odds are against us, yet we flourish. Our roots grow stronger, longer, uprooting the cobblestones of the paths we once walked together. Yes, the paths we once walked together. This isn't the first time that I've loved you. It just can't be. I told you. I remember. Vividly. Thank you.
We're gonna do a little improv. And before we even start, can we do just a little A little laughter to yourself, just a little chuckle, just a little. Right? But you gotta make it kind of real. You gotta kind of, Right, okay, that's good, okay. Keep that, okay. So what we're gonna do, we got lines from a hat?
Yes.
We're gonna start with lines from a hat. What I need is a relationship between Sugar and myself. She's my boss. Great. She's my boss. We have some strips of paper that are in the back of it or in front of it?
They're in the back.
They're in the back. Where you've written some sentences out. And we're going to take those sentences and turn it into a scene. She's my boss. Hey, train was a little late. So am I. Look, I know I said it's the third time this week, and I told you that if I did it one more time, that I'd take you out to lunch. So it's the third time, so ready to go to Taco Bell?
Marvin, you know what I told you yesterday.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell me what you told me yesterday? I think I forgot.
Well, I can't because I'm black.
Wait a second, Sarah. Now, I know I've been Marvin for a long time. My real name's Mitchell, but Marvin's fine. Did you just say that you're black?
I thought you've known that for years.
I thought you told me I never have a case of the Mondays anymore. You didn't say anything about black.
Of course you don't have a case of the Mondays. You're never here on Mondays.
I know they ain't right putting my business out in the street in front of the public.
Yes.
That's not right. And you know what, Sarah?
What, Marvin Mitchell?
Not all tall black folks play basketball. This is the right thing. You black, you understand, right?
Black as night. As a matter of fact, when I was born, it was written in my baby book about me being black that nothing is ever what it seems.
Oh, is that so? Is that so?
It is.
I am soaking wet from the rain and from your looks.
You're soaking wet from the rain because you are late and you've been playing. I know! Because Mitchell, Marvin, Marcus, your other person in HR said to eat more veggies.
I've been cramping up lately. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I should eat more vegetables.
Is that why you're late? Do you have gas, Marvin Mitchell?
I have a little bit more than gas, Sarah. I have tap dancing on fireflies feels like freedom. It hit me one night. I was in bed and I woke up and I said, you know what? I want to go outside and dance on some lightning bugs. I didn't say lightning bugs. I said fireflies.
Excuses. Do you know what I'm going to tell you about
Yes.
your job?
I do know what you're going to tell me about my job, but you know what? Go ahead and remind me.
How did it come to this?
Wow. You mentioned
That was
something.
pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
This is another thing I'm going to tell you about your job.
Better get your finger out my face. Point your finger.
The value of a man has changed from what he does to what he says and either owns or buns.
Wait! Could you say that one more time?
Sure. Maybe you'll understand it if I say it this way.
Yes.
The exit sign said open. Oh. The exit sign said open, Mitchell Marvin.
Love, conquer everything. So give of love, will make you sing.
My grandmother used to say that very thing. She also said,
Is your grandmother Michelle, this from Tennessee?
how do you know?
It's the same thing my grandmother used to say.
Did she also say the cat crapped up a lizard?
That's exactly what she said. The cat clapped up the lizard.
Well, then we're family. It looks like I can't fire you after all.
Guys, Beatty and Sugar, great job tonight with the improv. Looked like you were having fun out there. Were you having fun?
Always having fun.
Yeah, because you never know what's going to happen. You know, when improvs, anything can happen.
And we started with laugh therapy. That's good.
That's the secret.
Get you rolling.
Laugh therapy is the secret.
Right on.
Some of those notes that you guys read, it almost looked like they were planned. Of course, we all know that they weren't. Did you find it funny in that moment that some of these were just
Isn't that weird?
spot on?
I think it was more me. It was like it was telepathic a lot of times for me.
Really?
I thought so.
Oh.
I mean,
Well, you
I
never
don't
know what you're going
It
to pull
really
out of the
could.
hat. You know, being with you never know what's going to come out of the hat.
Maybe
It's
I
just to make it.
cheated.
Oh, don't say that. You can't say that.
No, I didn't, though.
You can't say that.
I'm just-
but you don't want people to think that there was some kind of trickery involved. There was no trickery.
There was not. I can prove it.
Improv is keeping
Yeah.
it non.
No, they
planned
were
out.
totally authentic. They really were. And the fact that they really, they were telepathic for me.
They made sense.
But that's the way my life is. I have good karma tonight. Yeah.
Now, did those characters that you guys have, did you the ones that you picked in the beginning of the improv, did they change in a way that you thought they wouldn't?
No, other than some sexual tension. Yeah. It was more like, I think, some sexual tension.
There was
with
sexual
them.
tension.
I think so. Maybe.
I
Perhaps.
didn't see any. We were related to each other in the improv.
I know. That's what made it really tense.
Oh.
Yeah.
My mama's chicken and dumplings. A birthday cake, because I never got any before. A juicy steak and a hot potato. Some shrimps. Pizza, cigarette, and a soda. A sweet apple to get this bitter taste out of my mouth. Nothing special. Only water. I won't be able to eat a thing. These are Last Supper requests from the condemned, duly recorded by those who put them to death. Some of these requests are now art, made that way by a woman who saw the choice of the last meal as a window into the soul, laid bare in a time of crisis, in people who for years had little choice of anything. Looking through this last choice window, the condemned were humanized for this artist. She began painting images of the meals chosen. She used cobalt blue on white dinner plates, then fired them into permanence. From a distance, seeing them hanging on walls in exhibition halls, they look like something created by the Dutch. Pretty images of windmills and girls in native costumes wearing wooden shoes. Or maybe even some religious icon of another Last Supper. On closer inspection, these Last Supper paintings, these blue on white images, can be disturbing. I lost my appetite, wrote one reviewer. And enraging, "Go back where you came from, you stinking hippie," wrote another. But most see these plates as someone, one who may have done some bad things, but one who had likes and dislikes, one who asked for his mama's chicken and dumplings. Yes, we can call these Last Supper paintings art. We can because they disturb us and enrage us, but most of all, they show humanity. This one artist found in them. Thank you.
right, guys, that's our show. Thanks for watching Cox's Open Mic. We hope you can join us again next week. Remember, always here at the venue on Monday nights from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Catch more great entertainment, homegrown right here in Hampton Roads.